Hello everyone and welcome back to a new video. If you don't know me, I am Charlie and I am an illustrator and a graphic designer. I work part-time as a designer at a children's book publisher's, but I also run my own Etsy shop where I sell prints and stickers. I just love creating cute art basically, things that will make you smile, a bit like this. In my last video I introduced you to my brand new character, Clover. And I showed you the beginning stages of designing the first sticker sheet, which is the Lucky Leaf Cafe sticker sheet. It includes Clover and the obvious incidentals you would find in a cafe sticker sheet, such as mugs and little sweet treats. But of course it has a bit of a froggy twist to it. So I went for the more green tea matcha vibe. But also the cups and saucers are things like lilies on lily pads. I had so much fun doing all of the illustrations for this sticker sheet. I've done all the design side of this sticker sheet and today I'm going to be test printing it to make sure all of the colours work, all of the cutters are nice and smooth. I can't wait to see the final result. I'm trying not to get my hopes up. I've never really worked with green before, and I know that that's a colour that can be a bit iffy when printed, so I am expecting to have to do a few tweaks along the way. And then I don't know if you can see behind me, it might be a little bit blurry, but I've also designed a die cut sticker that I would like to finish off designing and printing today. And so the printer saga begins. I'm not happy with these colours in the slightest. Weirdly, this is so vibrant, but everything else just looks really washed out. Now I know I've gone for a really pastel-y palette here, but I wasn't expecting it to be this desaturated. I'm wondering if my yellow ink tank is struggling. It just doesn't look right, but not in a way of I've got my colours wrong on screen. It just doesn't, everything just looks a little bit too blue. I'm suspicious. Let me test the cut anyway while I'm here. I may as well, so these stickers don't go to waste. I can still use plenty of them, I'm sure. Also, a part of me was thinking maybe it's because I'm used to seeing it in RGB. In Procreate, I do work in RGB because the CMYK is kind of like, it's like a fake CMYK. It doesn't really do it properly. So I always do things in RGB using colours that I think would be appropriate in CMYK and printing, so nothing's too zingy. Bring it in to Photoshop, change it into CMYK there, and do any tweaks that I feel like I would need. So in terms of design, I'm really happy. The size of all the stickers are just how I wanted them to be. The idea I had behind like these ones were kind of like washi tape. So imagine like peeling that and sticking it over like a little picture, like as a border, like a little bit of tape, and it's full bleed. That's really satisfying to me. It's just the colour, and I can't work out whether it's my printer playing up or if I just need to bump some settings basically, because these really bright green ones are so satisfying. They've come out great, and the blue I really like, the pink. It's just this kind of lighter green has not translated in the way that I wanted it to. And that green is used on the main character as well. So I have to have a little re-look at this. So we are several cups of tea and one cry in the shower later. After I spoke to you earlier, I did a little test of my printer just to make sure the yellow was printing properly, which it was. I then decided to play around with my print settings, but it really didn't make all that much difference. If anything, it made it worse. So I decided to go and have some lunch, have a shower, make myself another cup of tea, and then come and tweak this in Photoshop. In all honesty, I was hating how it was looking on screen. It was looking so saturated and it lost that kind of pastel, soft aesthetic that I was going for. But I thought, let's just print it and see. And I'm so glad I did, because I've just printed it and it's now looking pretty much exactly the colours that I was anticipating it coming out in the first place. I'll have to use my original colours for any digital files or like visuals or anything in the future, but for print files, at least I've created an adjustment layer that I can just pop over the top and it will fix all the colours for me. I don't know if you can see the difference between these two. It is very minimal, it just boosts it completely. It takes it from like a grey to a sage green, so I'm really happy about that. I think all my days of being a graphic designer at Make Believe Ideas, creating sticker sheets, has really helped me with trying to jigsaw things as well as I possibly can. I really hope that my mic isn't picking up too much of this printer because it is the worst noise in the world. But if I was smart, I would have tried out several different colorways with this design as I'm printing so many up front. But I'm not smart and I was way too hasty, so I've just got everything crossed that this is going to come out the correct colours. Please come out well. Do you know what? This is bang on how I want it. What a relief. Oh my gosh, I love them so much. I'm really happy with this design. Now I've just got to laminate these. I use a matte laminate, but I was actually talking to Katie from Mama Bear Creates. Hi Katie, if you're watching. Katie has actually just started her own YouTube channel and she's already got several videos under her belt. So if you like this kind of content, head over to her channel as well. I shall link it in the description. But she uses a glitter laminate on some of her stickers and oh my goodness, how cute would this look if it was glittery or sparkly. I think I might have to invest in some glitter laminate to have it as like an alternative option. I know not everybody loves that kind of thing, but I think for the whole Lucky Charm vibe, it might work really well. I've also got this sticker from Sarah at the Sugar Bell, and as you can see, it's kind of like shards, almost like ice. I was thinking about the release date for this collection and I realised today actually it is Friday the 13th of February, and how good would it have been to release a collection which is kind of centred around luck and good fortune on Friday the 13th as almost like a little pick-me-up. But obviously today would have been way too soon in my schedule to release it. But the dates and the days of the week align perfectly in February and March until the next leap year, I'm guessing. But this year, the 13th is also on a Friday for March. So I am thinking of releasing these designs on Friday the 13th. Am I mad? I'm not superstitious, so I'm not worried that the actual date is going to have a huge impact on things, but I feel like as a marketing strategy, to have this shop launch for all these lucky tokens and things being on Friday the 13th, it would just be an opportunity missed. So that means I have exactly 1 month, 4 weeks to get this collection in order. Photographs done, edited, listings done. I'm not going to be having it as big a collection as my mochi and dumpling collection was. I'm thinking of having a sticker sheet and a couple of die cut sticker designs, but I think it would be really cool to have that as a release date. What do you think? I didn't want to film laminating that because it usually goes so very wrong every single time. But I thought I would use a slightly different technique this time, one that I learnt from one of Nadia's videos, Nadia Kawafi, and it's only come out perfect. I'm in shock. Honestly, I don't think that could have gone better. I'm unsure if I prefer the bigger one or the smaller one. There's not that much in it size-wise. Part of me prefers a smaller one. I've actually stuck this on my sketchbook. I think they both look good, and I will be offering both in my shop and seeing which one does better. If you're anything like me, I love to have lots of stickers on my notebooks and my sketchbooks. This one's probably my biggest sticker, and that's a similar height. So if all goes well, I'll also be offering this design as a sparkle holographic variant, or like shinies if you will. Did anyone else collect Pokemon cards as a child? I loved collecting Pokemon cards. I no longer have my Pokemon card collection because I stupidly gave them away to my cousin when I was a teenager who was far too cool for such things anymore. And I regret it so much. But my husband Pedro has worked on collecting them again as an adult, like the original ones. But look at this stack. There's so many of them. And this is it next to the sticker sheet as well. I think it looks so nice and cohesive. I'm so pleased that we managed to get the colours right eventually. I feel like if I hadn't have cracked that, it would have been hanging over me for another week. So now that I've got the colour palette right, I feel like I can just crack on with more designs. I'd like to come up with another die cut sticker design to go with this collection that's going to be releasing on the 13th of March. Friday the 13th of March. I'm going to set it in stone. I'm going to centre this first collection on the theme of luck and 4-leaf clovers. I think it's absolutely perfect as an introduction to this new character. So I'm going to have a think about what that other sticker could be. Thank you so much for joining me in the studio this week. If you made it this far into the video, please leave me a green heart emoji just to celebrate the fact that we finally cracked that green colour that we were after. And also please let me know if you are interested in this Lucky Charm sticker. Would you be after a matte laminate or something a bit shinier? Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye guys.